Peace, and good morning, my peoples. What's really good? It's your boy, Sincere Seven, tapping in to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, Florida edition. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day. I got some things going on. I got some things getting ready. I'm got a lot of shit on deck. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling invigorated. But I just wanted to stop and tell y'all about a walk that I took the other day. Um, on mushrooms. And it was very interesting. Uh, and so I just thought I'd share it with y'all. It's kind of funny. And this is all true. I know, man, whatever. No, seriously. Everything I'm about to say to y'all is true. This shit really happened. This shit was yesterday, okay? So I kind of already told y'all that these microdoses are slapping, period. Um, this mix that I utilize to make them is, I love it. It's awesome. It's awesome, right? But they're strong as shit too. Um, these are the first microdoses that I've ever taken that I have felt like I was on a trip while I was utilizing them. Like that's how strong they are. Like I was laying there later on, and I was like, damn, like I feel like I'm in a good morning. I'm jealous because you outside. I know, right? I felt like I was like in a full-fledged trip. Like for those of y'all who do the high gram, y'all know what I'm talking about. But it was literally 420 milligrams, less than a half of a gram. Okay, so I felt it. It was y'all know what I'm talking about. For those of y'all who psychonauts, it was on me. I'm like, oh shit, I'm feeling this shit. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go for a walk around my lake. Y'all know how I do. So listen, when I first left out the house, I was feeling it so much that I wanted to share it. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go live. And so I went live and I typed take a walk with me. So I'm live on, you know, on live. And I'm walking and I'm talking. And as I was talking, I said something to the manner of, letting everything go, getting away from social media, blah, 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 and really tapping into nature. And then something hit me and it was like, how the fuck is you on social media telling people, yeah, when you're on mushrooms, really tap into nature, forget social media. You're on social media. So at that point, I was like, you know what? Turn the shit off. So I turned the camera off. Oh, wow. So I'm drinking ceremonial cacao. If you wonder why I'm looking in this cup, because there are bubbles. You know how when I froth it up in the blender and there's bubbles and they're coming to the top and sitting and then popping, but all of the bubbles are blue and green. And it is the most amazing. All of this brown cacao with this bright blue and green bubbles on it. Wow. So that's what threw me off. So anyway, so I turn the camera off and I continue on my walk. Now, there's a few things that I need to tell y'all before I even go this deep, because I just thought things are going to come up later. So since I've been here, for this year I've been here, I've been trying to keep track of all of the types of animals that I've come into contact with. And one that I have not yet is a snake. Okay? Not ran into a snake yet. But before I was searching for a snake, when Danny Washburn, shout out to Danny, he's a venoms practitioner in New York. When he came down here for class and we took a walk around here, he was like, man, I ain't seen no frogs. And I was like, damn. The day he left, I took a walk that night and I was like looking for frogs and I ran into like 5 or 6 frogs. So since then, frogs and toads have been making themselves, seen. The other thing is the turtles. I got a thing for turtles. So I'm like, I need to see a turtle. I want to see a turtle. And then I said, no, I want to catch a turtle, right? So that's been my mission. And The last few months that I've been walking around, I had been seeing one. And I would see it. And every time I walk up close to get a closer look, he'll take off, jump in the water, and swim off. So about a month ago, I was taking a walk and I seen the turtle. And I'm like, oh shit, I wonder if I can sneak up on him. And so usually he see me coming, he take off. Wow. This time I'm getting down and I'm creeping. He don't see me coming. And I'm like, damn, he don't see me. Okay. And I snuck up on him, grabbed him. And when I picked him up, and I turned him around to look at me, he came out of his shell and looked at me, and he had one eye. It's not funny. You'll understand why this is funny later. He had one eye. The other eye was like scarred and shit. And I was like, oh shit, you a warrior, you a boss. Oh, you run this lake. You know what I'm saying? You've been around here for years and you didn't fought and you didn't, okay, I understand it. And I put the turtle down. He jumped back in the water, took off. I felt blessed that day. So I felt blessed that day. Like, damn, not only did I see the turtle, but I got to meet the turtle, to come into contact with him, right? So I continued on. And so from that point on, anytime I seen the turtle, it's like, yo. And every time, because I caught him one more time after that. And I realized, oh, because when he's on this side of the lake, he's turned this way. He see me coming every time. But when he's over there on that side, he's turning this way. He only got one eye. He can't see me coming. So now I know I can catch it whatever I want over on this side, okay? So I had to tell y'all that part. Okay. So I go for a walk the other day. Got my camera on. I'm talking about getting in tune with nature, this and that. Like, hey, why the fuck I'm on social media? Turn the camera off. Boom. I start walking. Now, y'all know I feed the squirrels. Y'all know the squirrels come on the porch. They kick it with me 2 feet from my foot. Like, we fucks with you. This is clear. The squirrels fuck with me. Close up. They'll eat out my hand. All of this. So I'm walking, and as I'm walking, like they're like the lake is kind of, the sidewalk kind of goes around, then it crosses over, then it goes around. So it's like you don't always see the path, right? So yesterday I'm walking, and when I get to like this little turn and I come around it, there was a squirrel running down the sidewalk towards me. And so when I walked around, it was like he was coming at me, I was coming at him. We both startled each other. So I stopped. I stopped walking in my tracks, and the squirrel stopped. And I'm standing there. Mind you, I got my hat on and I got my mud cloth on, and I'm high as draft balls and mushrooms. So I stopped and I look at him. He stopped me. He look at me. And while I'm looking at him, his eyes is looking at me. And it was like, oh, you thinking the same damn thing. So I just went, and he did like that. Like, and he ran up closer to me, like if you see somebody, hey, what's going on? And they walk up to talk to you. He walked up that close. So now the squirrel is just standing in front of me. I'm standing in front of him, and I just said, "Oh, you want some nuts? I don't have none on me right now." And he came closer, and he got to doing this, and I'm like, "No, seriously, I don't have no nuts on me at all." I tell you what, when I get back to the house, I'll put some out. And then he kind of like, look, and I was like, no, I promise, I'll put some out. And he was like, all right, bet. He ran off to the side, and I continued walking. Okay. Now, at this point in my mind, I'm saying, nigga, you silly out here talking to damn squirrels. And I keep walking. And I say about another 20 feet, went around the corner, and another squirrel comes up the tree, around to the side, towards me, not away from me, towards me, and leans his head out and looks dead at me. And so as I'm walking, I stop and I say, you heard I was giving away some nuts and seeds, huh? I don't have none on me, but I'll give you some later. The squirrel runs down the tree and towards me and looks like, I said, no, I promise you, I don't have none on me. I told I told the last squirrel, I'll put some out when I get to the house. And I walk off first. So the squirrel, he stands there for a minute. I'm walking off. I turn around. He's standing there. He runs off. So I keep walking. And then the next squirrel was behind some bushes, and it came up. Like as I was walking by, I heard like shh in the bushes, and I looked over, and the squirrel came up the tree. Remember, all of this is real. And the squirrel comes up from behind the bushes on the tree, because there's a tree trunk growing out the bushes. It's like bushes in the tree. So he comes up the tree trunk, and he looks at me, and I stop, and I look at him, and I said, wait a minute. Y'all not running up on me because I'm telling you I have nuts. Y'all running up on me because I'm talking to y'all. Because each one, like, and like what, like y'all keep looking at me like, can you understand me? And he kind of just looks at me with the look of, why else would I be listening? This is, I'm telling you, I never heard any sound come out of, or the squirrels say anything. They're looking at me, but I'm hearing what I'm thinking they're saying. I'm being 100% honest, okay? So I said, well, look, man, I see news travels fast in this squirrel community. Like, it's all good. I'm going to give y'all some nuts when I get back to the house. So I continue walking. So by now, I'm saying to myself, oh shit, these motherfucking mushrooms have you able to talk to fucking squirrels. Like, they can legit hear you. I seen this shit on an episode of Rick and Morty. And I don't know what y'all, but when I see certain things on The Simpsons, Rick and Morty, TV shows, all of this shit, it's like, why? What made y'all make a joke about squirrels being like, hey, he can hear us, right? So I'm kind of now like, oh shit. Remember, I'm a mushroom. So I'm going, oh shit. The mushrooms give you the ability to talk to fucking squirrels. Oh man, I can't wait to call my partner and tell him about this shit. So now that I'm aware of this, I'm gonna go ahead and kick it with any squirrels that stop to kick it with me on the way on my walk. So as I'm walking, a squirrel runs up a tree and I go, he turn around and look. I said, and the squirrel look at me. And I was like, I'm talking to you. Like, so should I use my own language? And then the squirrel looked like this and ran down a tree and ran up in front of me. Literally, again. And so I'm going, oh, so I don't even have to, y'all understand what I'm saying when I'm using my own language. And the squirrel is standing there looking at me. And I go, this is dope. And I know I'm high on mushrooms, but you clearly can understand me. And the squirrel just kind of looked and he tilts his head. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy as hell. Like, I walk past every day and I be speaking to y'all and y'all always look at me. So now you tell him, because I always, when I see animals, I speak to them. I'm like, so now you telling me you can hear me and you can understand me. And the squirrel's just looking at me. So I'm standing here having this conversation with the squirrel. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like, and I'm saying, like, you can really understand. Now I'm having this, like, I realize it conversation with the squirrel. And so I look over and there was somebody in their window looking out at me. And I'm like, and I realized you're standing in the middle of an apartment complex having a full-blown conversation with the squirrel. And then I say to myself, but don't they see that the squirrel is also having a conversation with me? Like, do I look crazy? Or I don't know, like, man, fuck them. So I went back, continued having a conversation with the squirrel. And I was like, yo, when I get back to the crib, I'm going to put out some nuts for y'all. I promise. I'm not going to forget. And I continued walking. So as I'm walking, now I'm tapped the fuck in and I'm like, this is fucking crazy and I'm the fucking man because I can communicate with squirrels. Fuck everybody. This is like some next level shit. I'm the motherfucking man. When I tell y'all my integrity and my love for nature and I'm just really like on some shit, right? So I continue walking and then two fucking lizards run past. And I stopped, and I'm looking at the lizards, and one was big and one was small. And so I looked at the big one, and he started doing this thing with his throat. And I was like, oh shit. And I looked at the small one, and I said, hey, you do that with your throat. And the small one turned around and looked up at me, and I'm looking at it, and I go, oh, you can't do that with your throat? And then I got down like this, and I was looking at this baby or small lizard, and I'm like, are you doing that with your, or you can't do that with your throat because you a baby and you don't have that? Or is it because you a male or a female? Or is it because you a different lizard? And the lizard kind of looked at me, and then it looked over at the big lizard, and then it looked back at me, and I was like, okay. And I backed back because in my mind, it was like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, it didn't even understand what I'm saying. This is what I'm, okay? So I stands up, and I started walking off, and I said, all right, bye, lizards. And they looked at me, and then they both ran off. And then I went, oh, shit, wait a minute. Did they understand me? Oh, shit. Oh, wait a minute. I can fucking communicate with all of this nature. Now I'm excited. Now I'm like, oh, this is fucking dope. So I continue walking, and there was this, like a metal pole that's there next to a tree. And there's two birds in the tree and one on the metal pole. Every time I walk past this pole and tree, there's birds in it, and when you get close, they fly off, okay? This is every time. So as this time, when I'm walking up, two of the birds fly off, and one of them stays there. Mind you, I'm like 2 feet. Like, if I reached out like this, I could tap the bird on his head. Understand, birds don't let us get that close. So now I know some shit is up. So I'm standing there, and I'm looking at the bird. Now, it was a regular ass bird. It wasn't like a blue jay or red. It was kind of like brown and gray and something, right? So I'm standing there, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm saying, oh, I want to tell the bird it's beautiful. But it's a regular fucking bird. This is what I'm thinking. I don't say anything out my mouth. I'm looking, and this is what I'm thinking. Listen, y'all. So I'm looking at it, and then I start looking at the bird and the patterns of his wings and where the gray is at, where the black is at, where the brown is at. And I say out loud, oh, you are beautiful. And the bird looks at me and says, hey, bro, that's gay. And flies off. Listen, y'all. It was a male bird, and when I told him it was beautiful, the motherfucker was offended and told me that was gay and flew the fuck off. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Now I'm saying, oh yeah, you tripping. You definitely tripping, bro. And so I start walking, and I say, now I'm talking out loud as I'm walking now. And I say, man, ain't that some shit? So nature doesn't want us to like, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge its beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this is just going on. And as I'm talking, I'm like, look at this. And there was 3 birds, and they were different types of birds. And they were all lined up on the grass. One was this like beautiful white crane looking bird with long legs. And then one was like this other one that was out here doing this shit. It was like drying his wings and shit in the air. And then it was like, you know, another little regular goose or whatever. And I'm saying this shit like, look at this. Like, why wouldn't I want to you know, bask in the beauty of nature? And so I stopped, and I'm looking at the 3 birds, and they turn around and look at me, and one of them goes, man, what the fuck is he staring at? And then the other one was doing the shit, and he was like, this is kind of uncomfortable doing while he's just standing here staring at me. And he walks down like further away, and the motherfucking goose is like, man, fuck him, and kept doing what he was doing. And I'm going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And I started getting it. Okay, what the fuck was you getting? I was getting that. I always say, everything that is technologically built is built to be a replica or something that is copying or mimicking nature. Walk with me now. So I'm like, wait a minute. So I started thinking, all the technology that we have now people are talking about how it's trying to destroy us. 5G gives us the fucking brain waves, and cell phones give you cancer, and computers fuck up your eyes. And I was like, wait a minute. And I started realizing nature, we be like, oh, this shit is beautiful. And nature be like, yo, get the fuck from around us. Like, you are who's fucking our shit up. And when you pay attention to us, that shit offends us. That shit bothers us. Like, nature don't fuck with us. Nature is kind of pissed off with us. And as I'm taking this walk high on mushrooms, now I'm able to tap in and talk to nature. And then I'm listening to hear back what it has to say. And they're saying, man, fuck y'all. Okay. So at this point, now I'm realizing I can talk to nature. They can hear me. And if I listen hard enough, I can hear what they're saying. And I continue walking. And then I realize not only am I able to hear nature, I'm able to actually see it and tap into it. Like, I'm seeing more fucking things right now than I have any walk that I've taken by itself. So now I'm realizing there's a certain attraction. So I'm like, wait a minute. So I goes to the water and I look in the water, and what do I see? A turtle. And the turtle is like, he's not up on the water looking around. He's swimming in the water. I'm seeing him in the water. And the turtle looks up and he sees me and he swims off. Now I'm going, damn. So I walk a little bit further and I look back in the water again, and I seen a bunch of fucking baby fish swimming up close. And I seen this tadpole looking, you know, like a tadpole, but with the legs, like how they start developing, swimming in the water. Never have I ever seen that in this or any other water, just standing there looking at it. And I'm now, trust me when I tell y'all, this isn't like I'm hallucinating. They're there. I'm seeing them. I'm telling you, 100%. So I'm going, damn, this is fucking crazy. I wear glasses, but I left them in Detroit. So the last week or two, I've been realizing how much I need my glasses. Because people be like at the next apartment complex over waving. I'd be like, who the fuck is that? Like, shit, I can't even just wave, right? So I'm realizing that, but I'm looking into the water and I'm seeing these things clear. Like, there's no who are those fish. No. I'm seeing the fish. I'm seeing the lines and the dots on the baby fish. This shit is clear. So then I keep walking, and there's a part where the lake comes and it crosses down up under a bridge and goes on. But where we walk at is kind of like grass right here, so it looks like the end of the lake. It's not, because there's a hole up under there, but in the apartment complex, that's what it looks like. And when I walked over there, I seen that white crane bird, like the white looking one, and I seen like a little baby bird that was swimming, and I seen a turtle, and they're all in this one part. It almost looked like a pool. Like all three of them was in the pool. That's what it looked like, right? So all three of them is in this one little spot, and they're swimming around. Like the white crane bird, he's kind of like standing off to the side. The black baby bird is, you know, swimming around, and the turtle is floating up to the top. So he's like, you can see his shell, his head, everything, and they're swimming around. So now, after having the experience that I'm having, I'm realizing they really don't fuck with me. They don't fuck with me, but like they don't fuck with humans. Like they're not really, like me walking up to that pond and watching them is not going to make them comfortable. So I stay back a little bit, you know, like the black guy. I'm just like there, and the white bird turns and looks at me. I'm high on mushrooms. Maybe it was stupid. I don't know. But I said, oh, is that your baby? Is that why it's not white yet? No bullshit. The white bird looks at me and says, you stupid as hell, and flies off. And the black bird that's swimming around said, I'm grown as fuck. This is what the black bird says. I'm grown as fuck. Like, I thought this bird was a baby version of the... Okay, maybe it was stupid. So, as it says that, it's still swimming around, and the turtle swims in the middle. It says, I'm grown too. And the fucking black bird says, shut the fuck up, and pecks the bird's eye. This is all real, y'all. Pecks at the bird's eye. Now, remember what I told you about the turtle I seen earlier. So I'm watching this, and I go, this is fucking crazy. And so I walked, because I'm coming around this bend. I walk to the other side, and as I walk to the other side, I take one more look down at the water, and the turtle is looking at me. And when he looks at me and I look down at the turtle winks at me. And then swims off. It swims up under and go. Listen, understand what I tell y'all. I've never had a turtle wink at me. But as I started walking, I just bust out laughing. Now, mind you, there's other people walking past, and I'm laughing my ass off. And in my mind, I said, you look crazy as fuck right now. In my mind, I'm saying, these people are looking at you bent over in this grass, laughing hysterically for no reason. And I said, in my mind, I said back to myself, if they had the opportunity to wonder to themselves, how do you know when a one-eyed turtle is winking at you? They would be laughing too. Y'all, oh my goodness. This was the most amazing walk I ever had in my life. So, I walks back to the apartment. I get back into the apartment. I am clearly high as giraffe bow ties at this point. And I say, I need to fucking lay down. And I went and I took off my clothes and I laid in the bed. And I'm laying in the bed and I hear on my porch footsteps. And I heard consciously in my mind, oh, I thought you wasn't going to forget. And I jumped up and was like, oh shit. And went and grabbed the seeds and the sunflower seeds and ran out on the porch to lay them all on the porch so that the squirrels could get them. And I was butt naked, and that's how I got kicked out of my apartment. So, okay. I'm butt naked on the porch setting up seeds and nuts for the squirrels and shit. Oh man, this was yesterday, y'all. This all these events really happened. All of this shit was real. All of this shit really went down. No, it's dead ass serious. This shit is profound. No one could truly understand this shit until they walk that path. That's why they laughing like that. You don't know, baby D. That's why you looking at me like that. Hell yeah, I'm telling you, like, yo, because I be hearing people about telling stories about what's going on? This bird's standing here like clear as day talking to me. What's up? Which makes sense because I'm on the same and just flew closer. Okay, yeah, I'm acknowledging you, baby. What's popping? What's popping? Yeah, I'm on the same microdoses now as I was yesterday. Here we go. Talk to me, baby. I'll talk back. Talk a little shit. Oh, wow. About 20 fucking blackbirds just flew into the tree above me. Oh, we got something getting started. Yeah, what's popping? I hear y'all. Indeed. Why is all these birds coming around? They like, oh, I must be the new Dr. Doolittle. Love the story, bro. Thank you. Hey, all true story. It's happening now though. Like, I'm sure y'all can hear the birds in the background. It started off as one. And then while I was talking to it, about 20 more just flew up of a different type. Like, I'm tapped in, y'all. Take some motherfucking mushroom. Okay, y'all tapped in. We tapped in with each other. We all one. We all part of the same, right? Oh, wow. Okay. What's popping? How you do? Oh, they got into an argument. Hey, oh shit, he flew right in front of me. What's popping? So no, y'all straight up like on some can hear me. Oh man, I need to turn this camera around. Where y'all coming from and why y'all coming to talk to me? What y'all gotta tell me? Oh man, I wish I could understand y'all like y'all could understand me. Mm-mm-mm. So anyway, that's the story. You believe it or not? Wow. Hey y'all, tell somebody you love them in a language that they could what? Understand it in. Oh shit, I love y'all too. Oh hell no. Hey.